I was still muted. What?
Dark greeting.
Dark greetings. Now I can hear you.
There we go. What is up?
Well, I mean, it's the final Fallout week.
Yes, welcome to the final Fallout discussion stream until the next season. Who the hell knows when that's going to be?
Yeah, at least they weren't like too slow with this. You know, it was pretty...
No, which I appreciated, and I'm hoping that pattern continues. But we're here tonight to talk about episodes 7 and 8 of this season.
Yes, I am going to put them on this monitor over here at double time.
Okay, wonderful. I took notes this time because we're talking about 2.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna be good. Starting off at the beginning of episode 7, the handoff, the beginning of that, we finally get some backstory for Steph.
Yeah, because I definitely had a lot of questions about her.
Why aren't there pickles in Fallout? That's a good question, Bandit.
Yeah, you would think pickling would be popular because it preserves.
Yeah.
So maybe there are, and they just, haven't featured them.
Yeah.
But that world should have them.
It definitely should. But yeah, I will say we see her with her eye patch off briefly. That fucking eye injury she's got is gnarly.
What eye injury? There's no eye danger anymore.
Yeah, really. You do there are potatoes in Fallout. They're like a tomato-potato hybrid type shit.
Yeah. Although you can pickle a lot of things.
Oh yeah. Just ask all of Eastern Europe. They're real big into pickling shit.
Yeah. So as far as we know, there are no cucumbers, but
there could be.
You can pickle something else.
But also, just a side note, of course Chet sleeps with an eye mask.
Well, yeah, he has to forget who he's sleeping next to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that eye injury or lack thereof.
Yeah, lack thereof. What she's got going on is fucking gnarly.
Yeah. Well, she did get stabbed with was it a fork?
I believe it was a fork. Yeah. But in this flashback, the line that really got me was, "Don't think of them as human beings, think of them as Americans."
Yeah.
Which, based on what I'm assuming we've done to Canada at this point, is probably fair.
Yeah, which I don't really know much about this backstory. Is it from earlier games?
I am unclear as to what the relationship between the United States and Canada was like in the pre-war era of Fallout. Although on her ID, when we saw it, when Chet finds her ID hidden in that drawer, it's United States annexed territory or something. So we're probably trying to fucking take over.
Yeah, well, they were in an internment camp.
Which, yikes.
Yeah, that's not a phrase you ever want to hear.
No.
Yeah, man, this makes me want to play the earlier games even more to find out if that's somehow part of it.
Yeah, I definitely need to at least play Fallout 3.
Yeah. Hello.
But, oh, hello. But my one complaint about this show, one thing that really kind of bothers me, and especially started bothering me in the last episode, which we'll get to, I think we don't get to spend enough time with each individual character in an episode. Yeah. We change perspectives so quickly. As soon as you settle into one narrative, it's oh, okay, we gotta switch to the other one now.
Yeah, and I was happy to finally be getting something about Steph's backstory, because she is a complicated person, and it's how did you get this way? And so we get a little bit of information, but then I think that's just kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another reason it makes me think that it's referring back to something from an earlier game in the series, because they're assuming people know some of the source material.
Mm-hmm. Because we immediately switch back to Lucy underground with Hank in this giant Vault Tech facility. I will say, Lucy trying to drive is adorable.
Could you imagine though? You've never even been in a vehicle in your whole life.
You've never been in a vehicle, period. I love her. What's a golf cart?
Oh yeah, but then like I imagined it from Hank's perspective. Like, oh my god, this is my adult daughter who's never driven. This is gonna be a treat. Like,
yeah, really. I did love her saying that, like, oh, we did have a normal life. You wrecked it, to Hank. Because, like, yeah, fucking tell him.
I mean,
it was normal to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it wasn't normal. She just didn't know it.
She didn't know any better. But from her perspective, she had a good life, and he did wreck it.
Yeah, well, and you know, honestly, if it weren't for Moldaver, they'd probably still be living in the vaults like normal.
Yeah, point taken. Although, I mean, this is getting ahead of ourselves, but maybe they wouldn't have been.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
And then again, we switch characters so quickly because we have this little because then it's back to Thaddeus, Maximus, and the Ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
And Thaddeus trying to be friends with the Ghoul was hilarious to me. It's just kind of like ghoul stuff, right?
Yeah, that is so cute. He's like, I'm a ghoul now. Oh, a fellow ghoul.
Fellow ghoul. I don't think he's a ghoul, by the way. I don't know what the fuck Thaddeus is turning into, but it's not a ghoul.
Yeah, this was interesting. Is like you assume because that's what's common in this world, but like you don't know what the snake oil salesman really did to him.
Yeah, we have no clue. I will say Max's faith in Lucy is so sweet that he's like, I'm gonna give this cold fusion diode to a good person, and then I know that she's one and she'll do the right thing with it. It's like, aw.
Yeah, that is nice.
You really do love to see it.
Wasn't that it was technically Thaddeus's idea though, to give it to Lucy.
Yes. But but Max's faith in her, I find, is very sweet.
Yeah. Because he was like, I want to give it to a good person, and Thaddeus is like, oh, like that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Max was still kind of mad at her at that point, you know?
Yeah. But then we take a step back into the past, and we learn how Steph met Hank when he was passed out drunk.
You're keeping pace with my double time over here.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I mean, that's probably pretty good, because we gotta fit 2 episodes into this stream here.
Yep. That's why I have it at double time.
But yeah, the laundry cart thing made me laugh. Just dumping his drunk ass in there and letting her deal with him.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do, I guess?
Yeah. And we learned that Cooper bailed out Congressperson Diane Welch, who was out protesting this technology summit that's taking place in Vegas.
Yeah.
And she gives him the opportunity to give cold fusion to the president. And as I was watching this, I was like, okay, so he gets the chance to give cold fusion to the president, but we know that the bomb still falls. So what the fuck happens? At first I thought, like, I was wondering if the meeting was going to get sabotaged somehow, something like that, or like he didn't make it.
Or my thought was like it was the president, but he was somehow being controlled, or maybe they somehow like replaced him with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my brain went, but so much simpler than that.
Yeah, it really was so much simpler than that, which we will get to. But and then back in the present day wasteland, I love being able to pick out weapons that you see in game in the show. Gauss rifle, baby.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one. Actually, my Gauss rifle in Fallout 4 is called Gaussian elimination, because that was a concept that we learned in trigonometry the year I was first playing that game.
Sure.
And I was pretty proud of that one. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, this is where I wrote down my note about what the fuck is Thaddeus becoming, because he's definitely not a ghoul when he like reveals like mouth.
He's just about to do it, and like right now, he just did it.
But yeah, because that's gross, and that definitely doesn't seem like a ghoul thing, because Cooper doesn't have that going on.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you can see on the ghoul's face where he's just like, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
Nope, not even gonna answer.
Mm-hmm. That NCR power armor is sick as fuck. I was so
Yeah.
happy when I saw that. And another excellent use of the main theme. Just, mwah.
I know. Every time I hear it, it like
it makes me so happy.
Yeah, like it stirs something in me, you know? Just like,
Yes, I know the feeling.
There it is. There's the reveal.
Hell yeah. Moving over to our Vault 31ers up on the surface. This is getting messy. Also, I will say, impersonating management is punishable by death.
These people are just insane. I mean, there's no
yeah, there's no way around it. That seems
no
very fucking excessive.
Yes. But I particularly like that he's like, if I'm recalling correctly,
and everyone's just like, yeah, this is fine. Yeah.
I mean, if you think it was in the manual, like
then that's totally okay.
Whatever it is. It's like, what? Super casual about it.
And I think that like this is kind of another example of like I think this show has written themselves. I think the 8-episode format is not doing this show any favors because they have written themselves into a corner where they have to switch between characters so quickly, because as soon as we see what happened to Norm, they knock him back out again, and then we switch back, and then we're back in the vaults.
Yeah. Yep.
But I gotta say, I kind of agree with Chet in that I would be scared of Stephanie too.
Well, hell yeah, she's scary.
She's very scary. Like, and also she for sure killed Woody.
Oh yeah, and she doesn't seem to experience any sort of emotion at all.
No, none whatsoever.
Except maybe anger.
And at this point, it's when I was really wondering, what does, like, we find this out in episode 8, so we're going to get to this, but as I was watching, I was like, what on earth does Betty have that Steph wants? Because whatever it is, she winds up willing, like, Betty winds up willing to give it to her in the end in order to get water production diverted back to Vault 33.
Yeah, and I don't know that Betty even knows what's in that box.
I don't think she does either.
Because she says, like, you know, Henry, you and your secrets, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Which makes a lot of sense knowing what we know now, having seen episode 8.
Yeah, but it's also like, oh my god, I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, she's getting it out right now. Oh, but it's almost, the thing about it though is interesting with her not knowing what it is. Like, it could be something that kills them all for all she knows.
Yeah. Yeah, so like she really is taking a chance by giving it to her.
I wouldn't give her anything she wants. I'd go up to the surface before I did that.
Yeah. And she says, and Betty winds up saying to Steph, like, we were all scared of you. So like confirming that they knew each other, like, because they could have been in like different sectors of Vault Tech for all we knew up until that point.
But it seemed like all the other Vault 31ers knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed everybody in that vault was probably, I think we talked about this on a previous one. I assume they all kind of knew each other.
Yeah. But back up on the surface, Max, Thaddeus, and the ghoul roll up to the strip at long last. Now that they've gotten themselves outfitted and some fresh weapons in hand. Mm-hmm. But people seem to remember the NCR and want them back.
They like the NCR.
Mm-hmm. And also, I love that moment where Max was in the armor and like the little kid was looking up at him. I was just like, "Aw,
it's just so like when Max was a kid."
I know. But then my next note is just, "Oh my god, his arm." What is he becoming?
Yeah, because it's like there are ghouls that have been around so much longer than he's been whatever he is. They're not just dropping limbs randomly.
No, they have all limbs functioning.
The ghoul has been around for 200 years.
Yeah, and all he's missing is his nose.
Yeah.
So like,
it's very concerning.
I don't know what you're becoming, but it's not a ghoul, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the brand recognition.
Yeah.
Fun. It's those red lenses on the helmet.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Oh, there goes his arm.
There we go. Down underground, I will say Lucy looks very pretty in her nice yellow dress.
It is very cute. I'm jealous that she can pull off a color like yellow. Like, you have to have a certain skin tone, I think.
You really do.
Yeah.
Ella Purnell is gorgeous. Love her.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, it's definitely a good color for her.
But when Hank is doing his little spiel about how everyone on the surface is the same and all that, brother, the NCR is nothing like the Legion.
Yeah! Like, we just went through this on the pod yesterday, ranking the
factions. And Lucy says it. She's like, one side is crucifying and enslaving people and murdering people, and the other side is just vaguely problematic.
Yeah, right?
The two things are not equal.
The NCR ain't perfect, but it's not like there are two options: perfect, and then everybody else from slightly flawed onward. That's not how it works. It's a spectrum. You have to pay attention to nuance, and it's not even that nuanced.
Yeah, really, it's not.
Separate out the people, the slavers / murderers, like all those things, from people who maybe committed a little like light war crime.
Yeah, and this is in the wasteland. Like, light war crime isn't that bad.
Well, yeah, no, comparatively.
Yeah. But I will say it was a good move cuffing Hank to the stove like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, when she like says the thing about, one of them is, kills whatever, the other vaguely problematic thing, and she's like, you were a good father to me because I'm not an idiot. It's like, I don't want to say fudging. I can't.
She's too sweet. I love her.
I know, I can't do that. But it's like, yes, you are not gullible. You're not going to be swayed by emotion.
So proud of her.
I did feel so proud for, like, good for you.
And then for the very brief moment that we return to Norm, it's Claudia to the rescue, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she's going to be I'm wondering if they're setting her up as like their romantic interest for him, because it feels like they're going in that direction.
I was wondering about that as well, primarily toward the end of the whole thing, where they're leaving together, essentially.
Yeah.
I was like, the way that he's like taking care of her now.
But then we go back underground to Chet and Stephanie's wedding. And I was not the silk eye patch.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other one's gonna look out of place.
It's gonna clash. You're right.
Yeah. But I did love when he earlier when he was like bringing it up to her. He's like, so I saw we're getting married tomorrow, and she couldn't even be bothered
to like react.
She's like, Chet, I'm working.
But our boy finally sort of takes a stand.
He does, though he does admit it's because of the number of witnesses.
Which I can't even blame him, to be completely fair.
No, I mean, he is, a bit of a coward.
But what really made me laugh is that they're more concerned about the fact that they're more concerned about the reveal that Steph is Canadian rather than the fact that she is over 200 years old.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
Canadian?
Because again, with whatever the relationship was between
the United States and Canada at the time,
the world, it's hard to know what it is. Like, maybe they thought communists were invading Canada, and so there's like a, association.
Yeah, maybe. But back to the surface, I will say it's very much not shocking that death claws are cannibalistic. Like, there's that shot of one just fucking tearing the other to shreds.
You're like so on track with this. It's crazy. I was just watching.
Doing my best.
Like, because when we first get to that, I'm like, oh, what's it eating? I thought maybe it was going to be, oh my god, I can't think of the word. The two-headed cows.
Oh, Brahmin.
Yeah. I was like, thing that starts with a B. Like, I was like, oh, maybe a Brahmin wandered in there or something. And I was like, nope. That's another death claw.
Another death claw. I love the blades on Max's armor. Those are sick.
Yeah, you think they're gonna like release this armor in like 76 or something?
That would be fucking awesome, because the Ghoul is already a part of Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
And holy shit, that Gauss rifle can do some damage.
Yeah.
Like, just like the bloody gaping wound it leaves is gnarly.
Although it doesn't seem to bother the Deathclaw very much.
Yeah, it really doesn't, which is quite scary. But Max beheading that Deathclaw is so badass.
Yeah.
And when the Ghoul goes into the Lucky 38 and up to the penthouse where Mr. House is, I was like, oh my god, this is just like the game. When you first walk in there and you see the screens and everything, I was like, this is just like Fallout New Vegas. This is fucking awesome. Yep.
Only thing missing is Victor.
Yeah, that's it. Poor Victor. Rip my dude. Yeah. Well, no, he's still out there. It's just that particular Securitron.
Yeah, I just miss him.
One criticism I have, I don't like this change of heart that they're writing in for Barb. Like this whole thing where she's like, oh, the only way to save our family is to save the world. I'm like, I love nerdy chicks. You're in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Two pretty big nerds here. And we're talking Fallout if you're just arriving.
It's video game / TV nerding time.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of don't like this change of heart that they're writing in for her. I wanted her to just kind of be like evil and morally gray. Or like I wanted her to be morally gray at best.
Yeah.
Leaning towards evil.
Yeah, it does seem difficult to believe. This kind of like
broke.
No.
Total gibberish in the comments. Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't seem it feels too abrupt. I mean, because it's
it does feel really abrupt.
She walks in and sees him trying to open the case that Hank had handcuffed to him, and then like all of a sudden she's like, "Well, I'm helping now." Like there's no
not nuts about it.
Yeah, so and it just doesn't like. It's one thing to have a little bit of a change of heart, but like to just it's almost like 180 very suddenly.
Yeah,
and then
especially because she was
her.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, especially because we know from the beginning of the first season that they still end up divorced. So why are we trying to write this in?
Yeah, I mean, it does explain at least a little more why he was trying to find her, because I was so confused. Like, she's your ex-wife. She's evil. Why would you care where she is?
I mean, I guess.
So, who knows? Maybe they got divorced, like it was more of a strategic thing somehow.
I suppose we'll see. But during this part of the episode, I loved, sometimes the cross-cutting really bothers me because I think we don't spend enough time with each character. But during this part of the episode, I loved the cross-cutting between Cooper, the Ghoul, and Lucy as he's as the Ghoul is entering the penthouse in the Lucky 38, as Cooper is, going to his meeting with the president, and as Lucy is finding out what the mainframe is in Hank's giant vault tech facility.
I have so many questions.
I have a lot of questions too. But first I want to say, Mr. Krabs? The president is Clancy Brown, who is known for voicing Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob. And as soon as I saw him, I was just like, holy shit, it's Mr. Krabs.
Yes, we are talking about the Fallout series, the TV series.
We are. We're discussing episodes 7 and 8 tonight. We're wrapping up our... we've been talking about the episodes as they've been airing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to watch all of our previous discussions, they are on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that really gets me here is that the president gets cold fusion and the bombs still fall. I was like...
Yeah, but I feel like there are so many things in this show that are confusing in a similar way, right? Like a few episodes ago when Mr. House was like predicting this is the exact date and time of like the end of the world or whatever. And it's like, well, but we know that didn't happen that way. Yeah. Like there's so many things like that. Oh, somebody just started watching this show tonight.
Hell yeah. Enjoy. You are in for a wild ride, my friend. Especially if you're already a fan of the video games.
Although you might not want to listen to us because we are about to talk about
because we're talking about the finale of season 2. But and then we have the absolutely crazy fucking reveal that the mainframe is Diane Welch.
Yeah, like,
which I did not see coming.
No, because like my first thought was like, wait, was she in on these things?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because like, why else would she be in this major Vault-Tec vault serving a purpose? But then I can't imagine she would have voluntarily said, yeah, just keep my head and use it as a computer.
Yeah. So like, and we do learn why she's there in the next episode.
Good night.
Stay cool to you as well, friend. Thanks for tuning in. But the final part of this episode is the reveal that of course, House is still alive when Cooper plugs the cold fusion diode into his little mechanism, whatever it is.
Virtually, not physically. Yeah, it's like his consciousness.
Mm-hmm. But that brings us to the season 2 finale, episode 8, The Strip.
Mm-hmm.
And at the opening of this episode, I gotta say, I knew we weren't done with the Legion. I knew it.
There's no way. They made such a big thing about Macaulay Culkin being in this season. And it's like, there's gotta be more to it than that.
But yeah, we've got a new Kaisar.
I really love how the subtitles...
how they say pronounced Kaisar.
Pronounced Kaisar.
Also, the Kaisar's Palace thing made me laugh because Caesar's Palace, Vegas.
That's one of the few things I put a note about because it made me laugh. Kaisar's Palace. Again, this show's a comedy.
This show really is a comedy. But I was surprised that Mr. House recognized the ghoul as Cooper Howard. Because it's been 200 fucking years since he saw the guy.
Plus, his face is a little different.
Yeah, just a touch.
He's had some changes.
A little bit. And then we have the ghoul / Cooper finally putting on a Pip-Boy after 200 plus years of refusing.
But it's like a special little Pip-Boy.
It is a special Pip-Boy, which is fun.
It's a very sleek Pip-Boy. So we can wear House on his arm.
Oh my god, I know. It's too
weird.
Their little stroll is too funny, but we'll get to that because we cut back to Maximus fighting the Deathclaws. And I gotta say, I am blown away by the visual effects in this show, like continually every single episode. The Deathclaws look amazing. And I know that it's because they did them as practically as possible and then used the CGI to enhance it. And that is how you get the best result.
Yeah, absolutely. They do look incredible.
And also as the crowds are fleeing from the Deathclaws because Max got launched out of the gate or launched into the gate, and now there is nothing between
through the gate.
Between Freeside and the rest of the strip. But as this crowd is running away, Thaddeus still brandishing his lost arm.
You were behind for a while because I was on this episode well before, but you caught back up.
Hell yeah.
Because they're currently fleeing.
And this weaponized power armor, sick as hell.
Yeah, I love when they start
missile launchers and shit.
Yeah.
All of the Deathclaw kills are nasty.
Yeah, I love they start playing that music and it's like, Max is about to have some fun.
Oh yeah.
And then you see the School of Impersonation in the background.
Yeah.
Kings.
But yeah, back underground, Diane Welch is the mainframe, and we have the horrifying reveal that she's alive.
Well, yeah, she's a ghoul.
Essentially. But
yeah, so I mean, ghouls can live as just heads, I guess.
I guess so. I can't blame her for wanting to die. I would probably want to die too.
Oh, yeah. How miserable would that be? Like, keeping people by themselves in a closed space is a form of torture.
Oh yeah. Have you played the Nuka World DLC?
Yeah, not all of it. Like I haven't finished a lot of the things, but
we'll come back to that when you finish it.
Well, I got as far as them wanting me to go out and help them take over the place outside of Nuka World, and I didn't want to do that. So I've already like finished Nuka World and divvied up the territory, but I don't want to help them expand beyond that.
There is a secret third option that I will tell you about after we finish the stream tonight, because it's not relevant to talking about the show. Okay. I gotta say though, poor Lucy constantly getting tossed into these situations.
She's like, why are people always telling me to kill them?
Yeah, why are people asking me to kill them? Like, I wouldn't want to do it either, girl.
No, but you know, it's.
But I assume when she do it.
Yeah, but when she first says "kill me," I assumed it was like, man, she's miserable. Yeah, like, but then she said, "You have to kill me and stop him."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, so this isn't just because you're miserable. Like, she still is a good person.
Yeah, she still wants to do the right thing, and like,
yeah,
we'll get like,
she wasn't working for them.
Mm-hmm. But back up on the surface, back to Norm and the rest of the Vault 31ers. Fuck these Vault Tech lackeys, man.
Yeah.
Fuck idiots. These guys. But
how big could those roaches be?
Yeah. It's Barv's Roach Farm.
Yeah. Oh no.
And those things are kind of scary in numbers.
Oh yeah, because usually in the game it's like you get like 3 at a time or something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, being overwhelmed by rad roaches does sound horrifying.
Yeah, no thank you.
And unfortunately, Claudia gets trapped in with all the rad roaches and the Vault 31ers, which you hate to see.
Yeah. I mean, Norm wanted to also be in there, but unfortunately for him, they wouldn't.
And actually, this is where I wound up writing down that I hate how quickly we have to move from character to character.
Because we pop back to the strip.
Yeah. Back to the ghoul and house, just on a stroll together. But
see what my notes were.
Yeah, it goes the ghoul and house, and then immediately back to Maximus, where I will say him mowing down the death claws is fucking awesome.
People start immediately betting on how long he'll last.
Yeah, the betting pool immediately forms. And Thaddeus is loaded because he used to make money for a living.
And I know, it's such a funny statement. I used to make money for a living.
Because like he did.
I feel like that's a phrase I want to use. Like, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta make money for a living.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I have a like, where were those caps? They were just in his pant leg, and he shakes his pants leg, and hundreds of caps come out.
Who's to say?
Like, what? Were they in his underpants? But then they still wouldn't have come out. Like, I don't know. Questions about.
But then we get the reveal from Mr. House that the Enclave is the one who destroyed the strip and had all the Death Claws move in and take over.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about how there's like an Enclave acolyte, here now, even as we're talking. And it's like, so it's Hank McClane is working for the Enclave.
Which actually does explain some stuff from a few episodes ago, like when he first gets down to that vault and is like, sounds like he's dictating something or talking to somebody on the phone or leaving a message.
Yeah. So like that's who he was leaving a message for. But also, just how did he get free?
No idea.
How did he get uncuffed?
Just glossed right over that.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if he's got a bunch of people there that are like under his control.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is down there with one of those people, so maybe that guy came and let him go.
Possible. But we learn why Diane Welch in particular was chosen to be like the mainframe, because she is a good, kind, helpful person. And I love what Lucy says, and she's like, okay, so if she's such a good and kind, helpful person, like the kind of person you want, why would you do that to her?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so fucked up.
Well, I mean, but that's the kind of person you need, though, is the thing. You had to do it to somebody like that.
I suppose. But when he says daddy was complicated, you can fucking choke.
Yeah. No, he sucks.
He's such a piece of shit. I hate Hank McClain.
Yeah, no, he's the... But it's like, he genuinely believes that he's doing good things.
Which is bizarre.
It is, but at least he's not intentionally evil. He's just... His brain clearly is broken.
Yeah. But then this implies that the president was also in the pocket of the Enclave?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this whole thing?
Yeah, I will admit, I Googled it because I wanted to see if this was from a particular game, and it is.
Okay, cool. We can talk about that after we wrap for tonight. But back in the past, we learned that Hank and Steph got married in Vegas. Didn't see that one coming.
Which is crazy, because Hank then marries, like, Lucy and Norm's mom.
Yeah, that's a little messy.
Yeah, and then Steph was married to... I already forgot her dead husband's name.
Bert,
yeah, and then she was about to marry Jet.
Yeah, there's a lot of relationships to keep track of here. But Barb acting like everything is fixed now, don't love that, because again, we do know that they still wind up divorced. No, we don't. We do not need Jesus Christ and a priest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that has to do with...
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Fallout, homeboy. But back in, like, this flashback to the past, when all the phones in the, like, all of the pay phones in the airport started ringing, I was like, ooh, who's calling?
It's gotta be House, because he controls all the electronics.
Yeah.
Right, like, that's how he saw the Death Claw in the past. Mm-hmm. He was, like, peeping through the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
He's got eyes everywhere.
But then we flash forward to the future once again, or to the present once again. We learn that the mini black boxes were ultimately successful. Hank McClain's efforts to miniaturize the black box tech from Robco have been successful, and he is really fully willing to automate his daughter like that. That is fucked.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you say you love somebody and you try to control them, you don't actually love them.
You don't actually love them. And also that line
about, like, in this case,
you'll be my little girl again. Gross.
Very gross. But it's also like, she won't be, because you're about to wipe her memory.
What are you talking about? There's no Bible. I mean, I'm sure the Bible exists in the Fallout universe because there's books left over from before the war, but it gets a little I mean, I think the closest thing that there is to a religion in Fallout is probably the followers of the apocalypse. And also maybe the children of Adam. But the children of Adam suck.
But they worship radiation, essentially.
Yeah. But now the ghoul is in the same vault as Lucy.
Yeah. And well, it's the final episode. Everything's coming together. And I can see in the background the Atomic Wrangler and the Silver Rush.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I do like the one person up on the surface in Freeside who realizes, like, hey, you know, if this guy fighting the Deathclaws loses, we're all dead.
Yeah.
Someone gets it.
Well, it's like he turned on a dime when he saw how young Maximus is.
Yeah. And then we have Thaddeus coming in clutch with a sniper shot.
I know, between his toes. Like,
love him.
He is a little bit of a coward and a little a putz, I guess, is the only word that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But, like, he tried his best.
Like, and you know what? He kind of helped save the day.
He did, and he's also just, like, a pretty cheerful guy considering his circumstances.
Yeah, you know what? He's got good vibes.
Yeah.
But Gonna say, hashtag Ghoulsy, he saved her.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine he probably feels a little guilty.
Probably. And he gives her the choice of what to do with Hank. Like, I love that
Yeah.
he says that it's not his choice.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's her family. She gotta deal with him.
But, yes, Lucy, black box him.
Yeah. I mean, she has to be the one that put that in him.
Yeah.
But then, like, she gets upset when it's activated.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But, I like the little callback to Max's father saying, like, oh, you're a good boy and someday you're going to be a good man. Because you know what, goddammit, Max is a good man.
Yeah, to the point where he's just going to try to take
Yeah, he's going to try and face Deathclaws with no armor.
That's not going to work.
That is not going to work, my friend. But girl, the fucking noise I made when I saw that courier, that sniper shot, god tier use of the main theme, fucking fantastic.
Yeah. No, so good. And you see that helmet, and he's behind the NCR,
and then the NCR marching in. Those reinforcements finally came. Oh my god!
The ones that were like stranded out there.
Yeah,
that the ghoul encountered.
You love to see it. I'm very glad that Lucy did, in fact, black box Hank. Like, I think there are so many points in this show where they could have done the, like, oh, but she can't quite bring herself to do it, and then it, comes back to bite her in the ass. I'm happy that they haven't taken those opportunities to do that.
Yeah, I felt like they've done a really good job of not kind of always going for the cliche, like even when she cuffs him to the stove, like that was one of those moments where I was like, oh god, is she gonna like
she's gonna fall for it?
Yeah, fall for some of his bullshit. And that's why I was so proud when she was like, no, there's a difference between Legion and NCR. Like, it seems like there's all these moments where you think that that's where it's going to go and you cringe internally. And it's like, no.
I also like the I'm going to turn you into the father I thought you were.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah.
Which,
okay, you go first.
Sure. Well, I was going to say, like, so if he had black boxed her, he would be losing the person that he loves. She black boxes him. She loses the asshole who tricked her, so it's not as bad.
I mean, I understand why she has complicated feelings about it. Like, it's her father.
If you love a person and they did a terrible thing, it's like you can't just turn that off.
Yeah. But I gotta say, when Hank starts talking about like, oh, the surface is the experiment, not the vaults, I'm like, what do you mean? Because the vaults 100% are experiments. Like, let's just get that straight.
Yeah, well, but see, that's the thing. The vaults were experiments for Vault-Tec, but Hank he's with the Enclave.
Yeah. But whatever he did, because he said his like R&D was already out there, with the miniature black boxes out in the wasteland. But whatever he did, he was fully willing to sacrifice himself to do it because he pushed the button on his remote, even though he knew that he was black boxed.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I think like Lucy wound up like seeming like particularly upset by this was because like I think her control was just for him. Whereas his was like triggering sleeper agents out in the wasteland. Or like his was also triggering sleeper agents out in the wasteland. But after that, we have Lucy and Max reunited at last. Very sweet.
Yeah. I believe I said like early in the season that they probably wouldn't see each other till the final episode.
And you were right. Down underground again in Vault 32. I love how all the vault dwellers can think to do is chant.
Yeah.
Like that's the like to get Steph out of the office. They take no action other than just a Fallout stream. Am I in the Twilight Zone? No, you're not. We are talking about the last 2 episodes of Fallout Season 2. If you want to see us talk about all the previous episodes, they are on our YouTube channel, and you can check those out. Enjoy. But, where was I? Yeah, all they can think to do is just chant, "Open up!"
Well, yeah, I mean, because, I mean, it's just another one of those things they do where, like, they're so naive and so innocent, and, you know, just like Woody, like, reporting the overseer to the overseer.
To the overseer.
They like, believe in the system so much.
Mm.
Like, it's like, well, if we ask her to come out.
After all this time, we finally learned what was in Hank McClane's keepsake box, and it's an Enclave Pip-Boy? Hello?
Yeah.
That was fucking
Enclave
wild.
logo pops up on the screen instead of Vault-Tec.
Also, the chant becoming, guys, stop spoiling. I'm so sorry. This entire stream is spoilers. We're doing an in-depth discussion of the episode. So if you haven't seen the show, I would tune out now, watch the show, and then come back.
Yes, this is a Fallout discussion stream. It's in the name.
It is in the title. But anyway, the chant becoming death to management and Chet's face just changing like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah.
And I have a question. What is phase 2?
Well, yeah, I mean the lackeys mentioned it earlier, right? Like how important.
Yeah, they reference to phase 2.
Which is interesting though, because they're Vault-Tec.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas but Steph has the Enclave.
They've kind of established that the Enclave was like a big investor in, or like that the Enclave was the big investor in Vault-Tec, like that scene with did you see that Mr. House's body double has been referred to as referred to by the fandom as Bobby Apartment, which was then picked up by the official Fallout Twitter account?
No, but that's excellent.
But yeah, when Barb was talking to Bobby Apartment, he was saying that, like, you know, there's a bigger investor in Vault-Tec than, like, you know, there's a special arrangement between Vault-Tec and Robco, but then there's somebody who's even higher than that.
Yeah.
So, like, that's who the Enclave is, I'm assuming. Like, there really kind of isn't any other answer.
Yeah.
But, when Steph's transmission to initiate phase 2 goes out, we see the Enclave base. We see an iBot.
Yeah.
And we learn that the Enclave has been listening to everyone and everything this whole time.
Well, yeah, of course. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's kind of their whole thing. But briefly bringing things back to Norm and the Rad Roaches, Claudia survived, which is nice. Good to see.
Mm-hmm.
And down underground, when Cooper finally gets to when the ghoul finally gets to where the cryo chambers are, where he thinks that Barb and Janie are being held, I did have a feeling that they weren't going to be there, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, and I mean, when they showed the names, like in an earlier episode, then like you're like, oh yeah, we see that they're there, and I mentioned, I was like, but we never actually see them.
We never actually see them, and you were right. You were right. Also, we get back to the past. We get a little bit of McCarthyism. Cooper being arrested by the House Un-American Activities Committee.
Yeah.
Somebody turned him over for handing over cold fusion, and I'm wondering if it was the president himself.
Yeah, I assume. I mean, because
they cut to him looking kind of suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, who else at this point would have it out for him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You make an excellent point. But based on the postcard that is left in Barb's cryo chamber, I'm going to bet that Barb and Janie are still out there.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they have to be.
Yeah, the people like Colorado was a good idea, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. And I noticed towards the end of episodes where you get a lot of the really rapid cross-cutting between like characters and time periods, because then we go back to the past and we learn that Cooper kind of allowed himself to take the fall for handing over Cold Fusion.
Yeah.
And
which
then,
again, it's I'm not really a fan of, he's just like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the fall, and like it's like nothing happened between them, like nothing bad. They're just
I don't
back.
love that.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess I wouldn't fault the writers for putting in some repairing of the relationship, because again, why would he be looking for her all this time? Like, why would he care if he still hated her guts? So like I kind of understand it. I just wish they had done it with a little more nuance, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that they went too far, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. But back in the present day, we see, the Legion's on the move. Which, that can't be good.
Taking back their Holy Land, apparently.
Vegas. Yeah, the Holy Land of New Vegas. But how cute that Max and Lucy both started wars.
So true.
So true. I think that Mr. House 100% is still going to be a player in the next season based on that little, like, the screen glitching and you still see him for a second. There's no way we're done with him. Mm. And you watched the after credit scene, correct?
Of course.
Liberty Prime! Oh my god! Does that mean we're going to see some stuff from the Commonwealth? Because that's from Fallout 4? One can hope.
It's good that we at least got some information about what happened to the Brotherhood, because there was...
Yeah, I was afraid they were going to leave that hanging, and I would not have been happy with that.
Yeah, so it's good to know that Dane survived. And
very good to know that Dane survived.
Of course Quintus was going to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say, though, I don't think the finale was the strongest episode of the season, in my humble opinion. I don't necessarily know off the top of my head what was. I would probably have to give this season another watch or two. But I think there were definitely stronger episodes earlier in the season.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the things that happened were things that were kind of predictable. Mm-hmm. Kind of knew they were coming.
And I don't necessarily think that being able to sense, like, some predictability isn't necessarily the mark of, like, poor writing. Like, honestly, your audience should have a vague idea of where you're going, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I just mean, so I feel like it is... I feel like particularly with finales, they tend to hit harder when they do surprise you. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not that there weren't any, like, the...
I'm not going to say there were no surprises.
Yeah. Like Hank's black box and his memory, like that was surprising.
Mm-hmm. And like,
because as much as a piece of shit he is, I never would have thought that he would try to do that to Lucy.
No, honestly, I didn't either. And I will say, okay, so this kind of brings us into the, like, predictions. Where do we think we're headed for season 3? Because obviously the Enclave is going to be our big baddie for that season. But, which I'm kind of sad to see Hank McClane go as a villain, because I love to hate the guy, man. He's so fun.
Now he's just, like, kind of pity him.
Yeah.
It's, like, sad. But, I mean, he says it's irreversible, but maybe there's, like, some way to do it that he's unaware of. Like, because we're going to see...
like, the Enclave could have kept that a secret from him.
They got all these scientists and stuff.
That they
like
do.
Yeah.
And I want to know more about his story. Like, I want to know more about him, like, what got him to defect from the Enclave.
Oh, Wiltzig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really get that much.
So I'm hoping we see more from him in flashbacks in season 3. I'm excited
he wanted
to
kill Dogmeat, that's why.
Yeah. Honestly, I would defect if they tried to kill my dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Cooper and Dogmeat on their road trip on another little road trip to Colorado this time.
Nice.
Love seeing those two. I hope we don't have Lucy, Max, and the Ghoul, like Lucy and Max, and then the Ghoul. I hope they're not all separated for the entirety of season 3. I think they work very well as a trio, and I want to see more of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it's kind of hard to imagine that if the Ghouls headed to Colorado. I mean, who knows what Lucy and Max are going to do? Because they got the Legion marching on Vegas, and maybe they'll stay and try to like fight them off.
Yeah, who knows? I'm trying to think if there's any other things I want to see, any other things I think we're going to see. I'm excited to see Liberty Prime. I mean, we've established that I'm not a Brotherhood girly, but from an effects perspective, I think that's going to be fucking awesome.
Also, just, power armor and stuff is fun.
Power armor's cool as shit.
Appreciate the beauty of the machinery without liking the people who use it.
How do we think this season stacked up compared to season 1? Do we have one that we like better?
That's tough. I don't know.
It is kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've seen it more. Like, maybe I need to sit with season 2 and, like, give it a rewatch or two, because I've watched each of the episodes in season 1, like, 4 times each, at least. So, like, I kind of know it inside and out. So maybe it sticks out in my mind more, but I feel like season 1 was a little tighter in some respects.
Yeah.
Not to say that this season was like worse or bad in any way.
Yeah.
I think the 8-episode format is really limiting, and it shows now that they have more plates to juggle, because in season 1 they were getting so many plot lines started.
Yeah.
And now that they actually have them like in full swing, I think it shows the limitations of shorter TV seasons.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're a bit all over the place location-wise in season 2, because season 1, it's like, well, we got the people in the vaults, and then we've got like Lucy and the Ghoul, and but now it's like we start spreading out, like, okay, now Norm's over here with these vault dwellers, and like, and kind of like adding in locations and characters and all these, and it gets a little all over the place.
Yeah, this season did feel a little more all over the place, and again, that's not like a huge criticism. I still thoroughly enjoyed this season. I just think, like, I think there were some minor improvements that could have been made. Not that I'm like the expert on what those improvements should have been necessarily. I just think they maybe could have done a couple of things a little differently.
Yeah. Maybe they're just trying to do too many storylines at once for such a short season.
I mean, I think even 12 episodes would help immensely.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's 50% more episodes.
Yeah.
But it's like, not that I'm saying they should, but if they took out, say, the part with Caesar's Legion, like that would lighten things up a little bit. Or the stuff with the Vault 31 people, that would lighten things up, right? It's like, it's kind of like Jenga, where you put one block too many on there.
And I think a difficult balance to strike is giving like Fallout fans everything they want to see, because I do want to see everything. I want to see absolutely everything now that, like, my favorite video game is being brought to life as this awesome high budget TV show. Like, I want to see the Legion, I want to see the Brotherhood, I want to see every faction, I want to see every weapon, but at the same time, it's a lot to juggle narratively.
Well, yeah, I mean, because first of all, there's 4 games, and they're drawing from all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And even within each individual game, it's like, especially like in 3 and 4, you have these like sprawling open worlds.
Yeah, like there's a lot in each individual game.
Yeah, like, and you can put hundreds and hundreds of hours into each game, and it's like, no, we have under 8 hours of TV
and we're
time.
drawing from all of them.
Yeah, it's a lot. Obviously, they're not going to hit everything.
Yeah, so I think that is one of the things that this show, I'm not going to say struggles to balance, but I think that's one of their challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about this season, about the first season, about anything, really? Or do we think that about covers it?
I'd say it about covers it. I would like to see some of the other factions in season 3.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because we're about to have a big war, so like, what if they,
they bring in the cons or something?
Yeah, I was trying to think of which faction I would like to see, but I don't know. Like, I don't think of the cons as being fighters in the same way that like the Legion and NCR, like they'll fight, but that's not their main thing.
Yeah.
And same thing with like the boomers are isolationists. They're not messing with anybody.
Like, yeah, the boomers are very isolationist.
Yeah.
But overall, I did thoroughly enjoy this season, and I'm very, very excited for the next one.
Yeah, the number of times I got so excited every time I would see like a recognizable landmark in the background or like a weapon or piece of armor. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Creature!
Yeah, no. Yeah, this shit's awesome. Okay, so coming up for the network, we're gonna have Big Dumb Monsters on Monday, No Regrettable Reviews Tuesday, Wednesday we've got Fighting with Friends, and then Thursday, I think what we're gonna be doing, some video games on stream for a little while. Anybody who watched the podcast last night learned of my new Yu-Gi-Oh obsession. So I think one of the things I'm going to try doing is streaming some Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel.
Sure.
So tune in for that next week and for probably a couple weeks before we either start another show or do another movie month.
Yeah, maybe close out February with game streams because that's what, like 3 Thursdays?
Yeah, that'll work. So we're going to do that. And then next Regrettable Reviews episode is going to be, let me look up the date.
Matrix.
It's going to be The Matrix. It's going to be the 17th. You were close. It's going to be the 17th. We're going to be talking about
for a moment, I thought yesterday was Tuesday, so I was mathing from yesterday.
There you go. No, it is going to be the 17th. We're going to be talking about The Matrix, which I'm looking forward to, and nothing special coming up for the podcast for a little while. It's just going to be business as usual, and business as usual on the stream. So tune back in, same time, same place. We will see you then. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to everybody who commented. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week. Adios.